Okay, so I've done a lot of work on this today. I've spent probably like 2.5 to 3 hours working on this today, so we're just going to kind of go through what I've done so far today really quick. So we'll kind of just start here, I guess. It's still a work in progress, so everything's kind of all over the place to some extent. So I have more Spiritombs organized now, so I literally almost have 2 rows of those. This used to be an EV Forms box, but I changed it to, so I'm gonna... Now we have more of the Justice Pokemon organized here. And then more of the Reggies. And then more of my Zygardes. So I have 2 shiny Zygardes. And we're finally getting together more of these. So that's good. And I'm finally getting the Therian forms of these together. I have at least 1 of each. So this is overflow of Giratinas. These are ones I've actually gotten in games, and these ones are from mystery gifts you can get on fan-made servers that still run. All my Zekroms here. And then Latios. Finally found another Latias. Just some overflow of type Null. So we have more of these together now. More of our Heatrans. And then we, got this a little bit better organized, and we found yet more of these, of the lake Pokemon. So I have 4 Yveltals here. I have a shiny Yveltal that's still unsoared. Here's some more Xerneases that I was able to get together. And then, I do have... For some reason, hopefully I can find more Entei because I have a lot of Raikus. For whatever reason. And then we have more Ho-Ohs gathered together. Got more of my Rayquazas together. Rayquaza can't talk, apparently. So these are just kind of... I haven't sorted these yet, but these are to train because it's another flying Pikachu. I could make it a flying Raichu if I want to. Shedinja... might put it in just the Nostalgiac one. I don't know if I'm going to train it. Level 50 is a pretty good cutoff point for Pokemon to be fully trained in general. 50 is kind of a good cutoff point, I would say. So, just a bunch more Pokemon to train. Let's kind of look at some of them and see if any of them are really worth mentioning. And this one just has Pokerus. That's, hence the name. Yeah, these are the flying Pikachu. I should probably move that flying Pikachu actually into this box so that it's with these other ones. Apparently we're going to organize really quickly here for 1 second, but I don't really want to do too much more. Mostly just going to be commenting. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here that I'm super excited to be doing something with. So Mizuchi I can comment on is just straight out electric, which is, somewhat rare. Pikachu is kind of an exception, and Raichu. Straight out electric is pretty rare. Plus it has Levitate, and I want to do a weather Pokemon team, which I'll kind of get into later in this video with stuff I'm going through. And so that Levitate is going to be really good with some of the moves that would hit everyone. It wouldn't be hit by it because of Levitate. So I might end up using it as part of my weather team. And I'll talk more about that later. We're just going to kind of move on. I don't know if I'm going to keep all of these in here. It's kind of a ridiculous amount of them. But this is a glitch, the Mew glitch in blue version. I've got a decent amount. Might move them to a different box, but these are both from the Mew glitch. This is really cool. Level 1 of this fossil Pokemon. I forget what is it called again. Can't remember its name. Leap from Gen 4. Really good Pokemon. So that's only a level 1. Would be good to level that one up. Here, this is from Steven. He gives it to you at the end of, I think, Black 2. So that is, really nice to have in there. So we'll go through the nostalgic Pokemon. Glisco from Gen 4, ground and flying. Really good type coverage. Need I say more? I've already talked about it before. Nayla. Name of a dog that I've known in my life. The Stoutland from 2018 when I first played Gen 5. Fly the Flygon from Black 2. Dig and Fly on that, pretty fun. Beldicio, this was a Steven. The Beldum I showed you just a second ago. This is one that I fully leveled up and gave max supplements. Again, those stats are really good. Made it, pretty recently here. Wailord, because I had to have it for Alpha Sapphire when I did the playthrough in the remake. KC Penny, kind of poking fun at JC Penny. Never had really done one of these before. A Kelceon. Really love lizard Pokemon. I'm a big fan of the grass starter from Gen 2. It's not bad, but it's not the best choice, I wouldn't say. I mean, I'm not super impressed with it, but it's not terrible. Star Mori, the Skarmory. I really wanted to do a Skarmory. So I, did raise one in my game on my team. So a lot of these, again, I actually raised them on my team and tried to make them as good as I could to some extent. The special attack is garbage on this. But it shows promise other than that. The defense and special defense are decent. Defense is really good, let me specify, but special defense is only decent. It's only 68, so decent HP as well. Would be going mostly with that physical attack. Special attack is garbage. So Kingsguard, I really like this Pokemon because Fur Coat makes it so, I believe, we're skipping back, that super effective attacks just do normal damage, I believe. So fighting type attacks against, for example, Kingsguard are not going to do that much damage. It also has Charm, which can, most fighting type attacks are physical based, is the thought process there. So I'm going to it's going to harshly lower your attack. And you're also only going to do normal damage. So I'm going to make it so that something that would be super effective is not going to do that much damage, has really good defense, especially special defense. So the idea being to further add to the layers here. Charm is going to lower their attack, which, my defense is not that great. My special defense is better, you see, so I can have coverage for that defense as well. And I thought it was really unique. I've talked about it before, but it can surf. And so it's very memorable to me that it could surf. And it has Thunder Wave, and it's really memorable because I got it in Gen 6. I traded it over. My friend traded it to me. Velo's my friend that played these games with me, and traded it into Gen 3 Remake, which again is one of the fun things about Gen 3 Remake, is that you can play, you could put Pokemon from Gen 1 up until Gen 6 into there and play them in there. So it's a really fun game if you just want to have a team from other games and raise them and see how good they are. Boat Sinker, I used him on my team. The Pokedex entry said something about how Sharpedo, would sink boats, so hence the name Boat Sinker. Which is just my surfing Pokemon, really, and my waterfall Pokemon, really not much, and diving. Not much to say, really. Warp Speedo. Mostly just really like the name of that one. Already talked about Suminero from 2016 before. This one is from, I believe, the Sinnoh region there. So we wanted to make a Kingdra the best we could. So here we have with Dragon Dance. Pretty solid moveset and stat span here. So I'm pretty content with it. I think it's a pretty decent one. To Buzz, a Crobat. I'm really fond of Crobat. This one again from the Sinnoh region. Lily of the Nile from Gen 4. I think I used it in Gen 4 anyway. 2021. So that was some time ago. Sam Tarley. I really liked the name of it. My friend had traded it to me. I did use it on my team. Really good Pokemon Staraptor from Gen 4. B. Kapi, which is the vine you need in order to make ayahuasca. I have Native American heritage. It's probably the only reason, really, I named it that. All the way from 2018, from when I played Gen 5, the Unova region, the first time. Was kind of disappointed with the Snivy line. I really love it. I think it's an awesome looking final form and Pokemon and everything, but was pretty disappointed. Louise, the Buizel, decided to raise one to at least level 50 in my Gen 5 game. I think it was Black 2, because my friend Velo had used a Buizel against me when we played Gen 4, which I believe is where it's from, and he was able to do really well with this Buizel. So speaking of, lizards and how I like them, we have Sceptile, the fully evolved Gen 2 starter. I played Omega Ruby with Lizard King, named after, Jim Morrison of The Doors. I think this is one of my favorite starters, honestly. It's a pretty good starter. The dual chop on there gives it some good coverage. It hits twice, and it's a dragon type, as you probably can tell. Mega Drain could be upgraded to Giga Drain. Leaf Blade is really good. Fury Cutter is really good. Stat spread. Speed is really dang good on this one. Defense mediocre. Lowest stat, which I don't really like having that as lowest stat, so I don't know. Kamer. Kind of a funny name. Pretty annoying. Knows Yawn and Curse, so it could put you to sleep and then just sit there and curse for a while and then raise its stats. Shows potential. We have Todd Pearson. Used him in Omega Ruby. Was the first time I played Gen 3 Remake. I used Todd Pearson a lot. So just not much to say. I mean, just a wonderful Pokemon from Gen 3. Love Slacking. One of my favorites. So Gurthang from Unova region. I made him the best I could, I think. Or I was working on making him the best I could without Pokerus, I guess. I don't know. Surf is interesting. Swords Dance. Dragon Dance. I don't know what we're really doing with him. But I did use him because it's kind of confusing moveset. Needs some revision. Bravari that I did use when I went to the Hone region in my team. We have a Swellow. I think Staraptor is way better. It only has a second form for this evolution line. Speed is great, but Staraptor is just better. So it's a Ditto that I got in Gen 1 blue version named Trans, short for Transform, or, you know, referring to what this month celebrates, Imposter is the special ability of Ditto. And so any Pokemon that you got from the Virtual Console on the 3DS platform, Gen 1 or 2, is going to have its hidden ability, if you're not aware. Probably just a broken record for some. Imposter means it's going to automatically transform the moment it comes out in battle. You don't have to use the move Transform and use a turn. You'll be able to just use your turns as if you had already transformed from, because you will have transformed, blah, from turn 1. So, you know, I used this one. I gave it Pokerus. That's what that barbed kind of pink symbol there is for. Or purple, rather. I can't talk today. Bear with me. So, Glitchisect, Mewglitch. Caught it as a level 7 Parasect here. Gave it Giga Drain with, I think, the TM in Gen 1. Or I traded it up and, you know, I used it in, again, these Pokemon were used in Gen 3 Remake, which was, it made it really fun to play it that way. Honestly, I can't express how much fun that was. We have Glitchinin, it's almost level 50. The Arcanine. It was really annoying because it had Roar. When you did the Mewglitch in the wild, you know, I did an entire Mewglitch run. I made a guide for it on blue version. So it would roar and run away, and you'd have to redo and restart, reset the game. So, yeah, I used it again in Gen 3 Remake. We have Magmortar, used it in Gen 3 Remake. Got it from Gen 1, blue version. All of these from the Mewglitch. Really fond of Maglitchar. We're gonna work really well in my weather team, which I'll be getting into eventually here in the video. Really good stat spread. Defense weaker than I'd like it to be, though. But Confuse Ray gives it a bit more of a opening. We have Glitchaton, also Mewglitch. I made it the best I could. Might evolve into Magneton eventually, and again, have their hidden abilities. You know, Justified, Damp. Forget what Analytic does. So, this is an N weather Pokemon. So in Gen 5 Black 2 and White 2, you can face N after you've met certain conditions post game, and so these are his weather Pokemon. And so it has Hypnosis, which is pretty annoying for it to have, and you know, when it comes out, Drizzle means that it's going to rain the moment it comes out. So it's a, you know, this is why I say it's a weather Pokemon. You know, so it would be used in some kind of team to come out and start the weather. Sex. I don't know how to say this too well. So was a Mewglitch Lapras that I got in Gen 1. I played, you know, again, Gen 3 Remake with it. Really fond of this Pokemon. Level 60, so it has some time to go. Speed is the lowest stat, which I'm okay with. Everything else is pretty well balanced, other than the HP is through the roof. Sing is really nice, and the idea is I would use it in the weather Pokemon team, because when it's raining, Thunder has 100% likeliness to hit. It also has Sing, which is frickin' annoying. So it, you know, Sing has pretty good probability. So we have Glisco, which I used in Gen 4 Platinum version. Guillotine can be really nasty. Swords Dance, Night Slash, X Scissor. Made it the best I could. Really good stat spread. Special attack, the lowest. Don't really care. We're using the physical attack. Physical attack through the roof. Defense, really great. Special offense, far from mediocre. HP, excellent. Speed, excellent. Just a really dang good Pokemon. Really proud of this one. Glisco the Gliscor from Platinum version. It's another Naila. This one is actually from when I originally played Gen 5. Black version. Okay, so now we're at the beginning again. Never mind. My bad. We're just zoning out here. So that's Nostalgic Pokemon. Okay, so here we go. Nostalgic Pokemon Box 2. So Dodo Yu-Oh, kind of playing off of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Used it in Gen 1 as I wanted to, you know, I've done Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot many times. I did Fearow in these many different runs I did, and I really wanted to do a Dodrio. So we have Dodo Yu-Oh, the Dodrio. Drill Peck, Tri-Attack, Growl, Fly. I mean, pretty typical. Tangled Feet, I can't remember what it does, but it's its hidden ability. You know, since you see the Game Boy icon there. I don't know why I keep seeing the G icon. It means it's from Pokemon Go, and I've said the wrong thing before, and I apologize. Okay, so we're just going to keep going through these. So we have Champster, which is the from Black 2. This is the Elite Four member that has a Dragon-type Pokemon, I think. You know, this is his Pokemon. Really good move set here. Pretty solid stats. You know, as long as everything's at least in 150, you have a pretty dang good stat spread. And so this is a really good Pokemon. Not even level 100 yet. Levitate, the ability, really nasty. So this was when I played, I can't remember if it was Sun or Ultra Moon, but Songnata, and I think this is my favorite starter from Gen 7. Only level 50, doesn't have Pokerus, you know, not really that great, but Hugh Hefner, Velo named it that, used it in, I think, Alpha Sapphire. So, you know, pretty decent Pokemon from what I could tell. Ashes is hashed from the egg, I think. From in Black 2, I think it was, or Black, I can't remember, but you can get an egg in it through the mystery gift, and it has the best stats it can. This thing is something to be reckoned with. It's a bird from Gen 5, kind of a pheasant. I wasn't really fond of it, but I wanted to give it more of a chance, and yeah, like I said, it doesn't disappoint. So we have Delmise from Gen 7 that I'm really fond of, and Steelworker boosts the power of Steel-type moves as the ability, and Anchor Shot, jeez, I don't even remember what the heck it does. Can we look at moves? I'm wondering if you can even look at moves and what they mean. I don't know if it lets you look. Probably not. But yeah, Anchor Shot is really good. I can't remember off the top of my head what it means right now, but what it does, wow, blah. Bear with me. So Phantom Force is really good. Toxic is really nasty together because Phantom Force, you'll take one turn. It's like Fly. One turn you disappear, the next turn you attack. So Toxic, you're going to just sit there, lose health. Giga Drain, I'm going to, you know, get health back, and I'm going to keep lasting. You're going to keep losing. I think Anchor Shot raises defense or lowers their speed, if I'm remembering correctly, and it has decent power. Is it like 60 for the power? People can correct me in comments all they want. You know, I love Pokemon, but I don't know everything. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So, you know, Anchor Shot, it's gonna make me go first, or it's gonna lower their ability to damage me. So then you can see how everything falls into place with all of this. So it's a really good moveset here. Speed is abysmal, but everything else is looking pretty damn good. I would love to level it up more, honestly. We have Cleopatra, the Palo-Sand, that I made the best I could. Water Compaction, which I don't remember what that does.